Hello. Sorry about that. One second. I'm just setting up my camera here. Whoa, it's super dark. All right. So today, not too much stuff happening on the Windows side of things, but there is a big update coming, or kind of a big breakthrough for mobile stuff. So this week finally got some really nice progress on mobile side. On iOS, pressure, guys. We have pen pressure working for Apple Pencil on iOS, and I'm still working on that, like testing it, getting it all set up. I'm probably gonna try to do a stream later on the iPad, but I'm pretty excited because yeah, it's taken a long time to get the stupid pen pressure. Actually had to go into Go.Engine and change some of the underlying, the source code, and like I had to be like a hacker guy and get in there nitty gritty, but it's working now. Hopefully I can try to get tilt also eventually. So yeah, and then I'm gonna try to get that going on Android next, and then the other big thing is scaling. UI scaling was sort of crazy because on Android and iOS, the UI would look like super microscopic, and the reason why is because the DPI of these mobile devices is super high. It's like 300 pixels per inch or whatever, and a regular desktop screen is way lower, like 72 DPI or something like that. So when you take the same interface and put it on a mobile, it just looks like really, really tiny. Let me see. I hope you guys can hear me, by the way, so I'm not talking to myself. So yeah, aside from that, just working on little UI polish stuff. I got lefty and righty in just now, and also the sliders have been adjusted a little bit to use this little knob. Instead of the square knob, I switched to this round knob, also for all these other setting bars, because the square was like not going all the way to the end, just little annoying things like that. And what else? I think that's everything for right now. Most of the work has just been the iOS stuff with pressure. Alright, so let me try to do a little sketch super quick. Don't have too much time today, but try to test this out and see what we can get done. Hey, Meat Slurp, it's been a while. Jeez. Doing well. Still working on HEAVYPAINT pretty hard. How are you doing? One of the original. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, actually, since you've been gone, there's been a lot of changes. Like there's layers now and all sorts of magic technology happening. Okay, this should be a bit smaller. Put this over here. Maybe rotation could be on none for this one. So this is kind of a nice type of card to draw if you're a beginner, because it's basically just a cube. And at least the perspective side of things would be pretty easy. Well, not easy, but let's just say less annoying than a curvy type of shape. Let's see, e-slip. You can see you haven't been slacking, you've been playing around with the new version. Yeah, I'm excited. Finally, like, all these systems coming together, hopefully. I'm especially kind of excited to see what you guys do with texture stuff, because so far I've been just putting in these sort of okay textures, and I'm sure that people can probably come up with much cooler ones, like this charcoal one. Actually, Vajra came up with one of the HEAVYPAINT users, and it's already like way cooler than the stuff that I have in there. And that was just him playing for, like, I don't know, on his break in between homework and stuff. Let's put this on follow. So yeah, I think I'm getting closer to mobile now. The only other thing I was worried about is memory limits, especially on iOS, because like I was saying the other day, on iOS, the same file with the same code and everything, same painting, takes up like 4 times, 5 times more memory for some reason. Which there's like no explanation for it really, but apparently Apple just takes a lot more memory. So that's a bit of a problem, because you can't, you'll get crashes if you run out of memory, especially on bigger files. But for now, I think the temporary kind of like not ideal but okay fix is on iOS. I'm just gonna default to a lower resolution. So it's gonna be like 1080 by 1080 default, whereas on Android and desktop it'll probably be like 1920 by 1920. Not a big deal. I don't think people will even notice probably, but I don't know. Maybe the newer iPad Pros will be able to do higher resolution, but I have a first gen iPad Pro, and it crashes after about 10 layers using 1080p, which, I don't know, for me 10 layers is good enough, but I know a lot of people like to use tons of layers. And I've heard of other programs also having layer limits on iOS, and I'm guessing it's because they probably run into the same problem. Kind of stinks, especially because I'll have a little rant session here, guys, while we draw. But I was like, man, this is a horrible problem. Let me look it up and see if my engine, this Godot engine that I'm using, maybe somebody else has had this problem. And I was like, okay, yeah, a lot of people are having this problem. So then I was like, okay, I wonder if it's a Godot problem or just a general problem. So I searched Unity forums too, and Unity people were like, there's huge threads on Unity where people are like, why is iOS, like, people had games that were working perfectly fine for years, and then all of a sudden iOS, Xcode, which is the thing that you use to publish iOS, they updated to the new Xcode, and then all of a sudden their memory usage is like ×4, ×5, and their game crashes all the time for no reason. So it's like really messed up. And then there was an official response from I guess Unity and the Apple people were like, you know what, this is the new way of reporting memory for iOS, and it's actually designed this way. It's more accurate memory reporting. Okay, it's more accurate, but why is it 4 times more, and why is my game crashing when it used to work fine before? So I don't know. It kind of smells like bullshit. Like, why? That's not very helpful. Like, I don't want more accurate memory reporting if it's going to make my game crash. Why? Why do they do this? Why? And meanwhile, Android and desktop are all perfectly fine. I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, I'll stop ranting. It's a little bit of an interesting. Thought that was weird. But yeah, iOS is fun. They do have good hardware though. The pencil is good, so god damn it. I almost wish the hardware wasn't so good, so then I wouldn't have to support it, but unfortunately they're just good enough that you need to support it despite all the headaches. Yeah. And yeah, not to complain too much about Apple. I mean, Windows also has its own issues, and Linux, on the other hand, I like a lot. I think Linux is cool. If more programs end up on Linux, I think it would be the superior choice. I am a little bit more sensitive to complaining about softwares than I used to be, obviously, because now I've received my fair share of complaints, so I'm a little bit more careful about it, but I still really can't help myself, you know what I mean? I'm just one of those pain in the ass people that likes to complain about trivial stuff, I try to control it, but that's just like part of my nature. Or I'll complain about software stuff, not so much like real life stuff. Do I complain about real life stuff? I don't know.
Yes.
I do? Okay, I complain about everything. Michelle's right. I was thinking the other day that's one of the things that you kind of miss out on if you are working from home is complaining at the workplace, because that's like the main thing that you do at work, right? You just complain about everything. Complain about the food, complain about your boss, complain whatever. Sometimes it feels good to complain, It's kind of like a national sport type of thing. But at least we're not French, right? I know my French coworker would take it to another level, like Like he really loved it. Brutal. Okay. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to what's going on. Just trying to like focus on the. I noticed that like usually when I try to read the chat, the more responsive and talkative I am with chat, the worse the drawing ends up being. You know what I mean? So I'm being a little bit selfish today. But anyway, let me see what's going on. Yes, all systems have problems. Mushrooms, okay. Shell keeping it real, yes. Windows seems so bloated in comparison to Linux. Yeah, the amazing thing with Linux is like you just put it on a USB drive and stick it in and it installs in like 5 minutes. And meanwhile, Windows is like a huge ordeal to get it installed. I noticed that I have iPad mini and this happened after certain update. It's no longer supported. Oh, wait. You mean, oh, like HEAVYPAINT became not supported anymore? Yeah, I noticed that too. It's, I don't know, like, yeah, stuff keeps dying. Hello, how do you think it's possible to... Yeah, just use the grease pencil with it. It's you can do that. You can import it. Just export as layers and then import into Blender. You can use what you might call it, import images as planes feature in Blender, and it'll automatically import all your layers. It's really convenient, and we're using that on our little project right now to do 3D with some HEAVYPAINT stuff. Okay. This drawing looks so grainy. Is it the texture? Maybe it's the texture. This grain is like very aggressive actually. What about instead, let me try fill lasso. Try to make a mask and then fill that in. So I'll just make it a really obvious color for now and put it where I want all the shadow goodies to be. Like that, maybe coming across here. Oh, I have a question for you guys. Does anyone here say across instead of across? Or who in here says across, like ACROSS, and who says across, like ACROST? Because I noticed I've been hearing it a lot lately. Like, I don't know if it's a California thing, but people say across a lot. Have you guys ever heard that? I don't know, just random shit to ask. Across, like ACROSST. Like I've heard many people. At first I thought it was like, oh, this guy's weird, but no, actually it's a thing. Maybe it's a California thing. I have no idea. Okay, so I'm gonna make this invisible, but we can still have it as a mask by just clipping down a new layer onto this one. So now, here we go. Now we have a mask layer. And I'm gonna try to put this business. Yeah, that looks kind of weird. Trying to erase away the lighter parts there. Heard that recently for the first time. See, yeah, I'm not crazy. It exists. Arch Linux is the best Linux. Oh, I never used that. I've been using Pop! OS lately. Is there a way to add donation to the stream? Oh, actually, there is a stream donation thing. I just never post it. I should probably post that somewhere. You know what? Be right back. I'm gonna I had one like years ago, and then I think I forgot to post it back. But I mean, I feel kind of weird putting it up because I'm not super consistent with the stream. But if you want to support the stream though, I guess just check out HEAVYPAINT and you can buy that if you want to support the stream. It's www.heavypaint.app. Because I feel like that's something that I'm, working on consistently. The stream is just kind of like on and off and wishy-washy, so I don't want to make a thing for it yet. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Focusing on traditional in the meantime. Yeah. Well, I'll make one for next time, but thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try like this. Just make this, I'm kind of going reverse here with the body color first and then cutting away the background. And then I got some more in here. I should probably draw the interior a little bit. Uh-oh, it's almost yoga's time. Keeping limber. Gotta bend my potato body. Okay, where is the background layer? Like that. Okay. Well, I hope these new little slider things aren't too small. That's the only thing. I think they look cool. Because I really hate when the sliders are so big that it looks like, you know, like Fisher Price. Or it looks like a kid's toy type thing. But at the same time, I don't want it to be impossible to see. But I don't know. I gotta take it outdoors and see if it holds up. Outdoors in the sun, the direct sunlight, that's the main test with visibility, because it's really hard to see stuff in direct sunlight. Alright guys, I think that's it for me. Just a bit of a quick one, but just wanted to do a little quick update on what's going on. So yeah, I'm excited for the mobile stuff. That's the iOS and Android are going to be coming. I'm going to have pen pressure on them and hopefully tilt maybe, but we'll see. Anyway, have a good day everybody. See you next time.